welcome to my channel. I'm going to be sharing some of my breastfeeding tips and tricks, and also a little bit about my breastfeeding journey with you guys, so I hope you stick around. It has been a long journey, but an exciting one, so I'm happy to share it with you guys. Before I get into that, I actually wanted to let you guys know that this is my first YouTube video, so I would really appreciate you subscribing to my channel and liking this video and sharing it with everyone. So yeah, let's get to it. There are a few things that I did take to help my milk supply increase because I did not have a very good milk supply to begin with. I did see a lactation consultant at the hospital when I had my baby, but you know, when you're in the middle of like just having a baby, having people visiting and all that good stuff, you're not into listening to a lactation consultant, to be honest with you. So I decided to not hire one either. I decided to try to get this done on my own, to try to build my milk supply. I did a lot of research on how I can build my milk supply, and these are just some of the things that I did use to help my milk supply increase. The first thing I'm going to talk about today is this tea. This is the mother's milk tea. This is like the holy grail of breastfeeding. I swear, like, this is like the best thing in the world. I would literally drink this tea 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I would notice that literally like maybe like an hour after I would drink the tea, I would need to like either pump or feed my baby because my milk was leaking. TMI. My milk would definitely leak, and yeah, sometimes I would just drink it. Like every time I would feel like my milk is kind of like decreasing, I would have an extra one, and honestly it didn't let my milk decrease. So I love this thing. I did again drink it 3 times a day. I got these from Amazon. I'm gonna link I'm gonna put the link down below. This is actually, I got like a lot of boxes for like a very inexpensive price. So I'll link it down below, see if they're still available, and that way you can get yours if you're having the same issue I was having. Another thing that I noticed that helped me a lot, I had a lot of snacks with oats in it. I'm gonna put a picture in because I have no more. There are these little lactation cookies that I noticed really worked for me also. Anything with oats, like all of my snacks had oats in them. This I would have like always have an oatmeal jug around, and I would make a juice in the blender just with like oatmeal and orange juice, and honestly that helped my milk supply to the max. I mean, I feel like maybe not, but I really feel like oatmeal did help me. Anything with oats, I heard, increases your milk supply. Another thing that I found really helped me was just simply drinking a lot of water. I mean, I would have about 3 liters of water a day, and I felt like that really did help me. I felt like, you know, milk is primarily water, so just instead of it depleting so much from our body, we can just replenish our body with a whole bunch of water. And honestly, I feel like that also really did help me. Another thing that really did help me was just having the baby latch on. A lot of the time we think we know that we just put the baby on, we think we know that he's latching on correctly, but sometimes they're not. I mean, I know that my baby at the beginning had a very hard time latching on, and you know, that's one thing that I really struggled with. I really struggled with having him latch on correctly, and like it was so bad that like he would latch on wrong, and I would just leave him there just because he was getting milk. But for one, if they're not latched on correctly, they're not getting enough milk. For 2, you're going to get cracked nipples, and that hurts. That hurts a lot, and you're gonna have to start using nipple creams and all that stuff. There's also something else which I'll also link down below, and I'll also show you a picture of it. The Nipple Sheilds, they really help a lot if you can't get your baby to latch on correctly. So that's another thing to keep in mind. And yeah, latching a baby on correctly, I mean, I can't stress it enough. It's very important, only because, you know, you want them to get the most milk that they can possibly get from you. And if they're not latching on correctly, that can really hurt your milk supply. I mean, you really don't think so, but the more milk they take out sends signals to our brain, make more milk, and that's how we make the amount of milk that we make. Another thing that I know that helped me tremendously, which I will show you guys. Yes, another thing that helped me tremendously with building like an extra milk supply, just so I can have stashed away also. And also because I've read that if you use this, you are pretty much sending signals to your brain that there's two babies latched on at the same time, pretty much like twins. And that way your body knows to produce more milk than it has to just for one baby. So this is what I use. This is the Haka. I will link this down below also. This thing is the best thing ever. Like, girl, you will get so much milk just stashed away just with this little thing right here, and it's amazing. You literally just latch it onto your breast. Some people say that you have to like flip this back first, latch it on, and then flip it forward. I never did that. I just kind of like squeezed it, put it on, and like let it go. And I would just let it hang there while my baby was like breastfeeding. And this is amazing. Like, literally, this is amazing. Sometimes it would like fill all the way up. You can put it away, put it into the freezer, put it into the fridge, whatever you want to do. And you know, sometimes it's good. Like when you're tired, you just want your husband to feed the baby instead of you actually latching the baby on. You just go ahead and give the milk to the husband or to whoever's gonna feed the baby, and you get a little break. Which, you know, sometimes us mamas need that break. And yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. A little background story. I do have 2 children. My first baby was a NICU baby. She was not breastfed at all. So my second baby, he was exclusively breastfed for the first 6 months. Well, except for like the first week that he was in the that we were in the hospital and he was being formula fed. So after that, we did start breastfeeding. We started the breastfeeding journey, and we just ended our breastfeeding journey at his 6-month mark, which I was very excited. I didn't think I was going to last that long. I know some mamas last till a year and 2 years, and listen, kudos to you, but I stopped at 6 months. So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and until next time, bye.